Gotta go work out today. I got back day. I don't feel like working out. Gotta hit the treadmill. See, that's what you sound like. That's literally what you sound like. That like I understand the goal is I want to be jacked as a man because it's gonna change my life, but I don't like going to the gym. I promise you that's probably what you're thinking. How do these people like going to the gym? How do these fitness influencers enjoy going to the gym? What makes this so interesting to them? How can they do it for so long? I've been doing this for 11 years. 11 whole years. Have I gotten bored? Yeah. Have I not wanted to go? Of course. Have I skipped meals sometimes or not eaten correctly? Absolutely. But there is a mindset shift that you need to have if you're coming from the perspective of you're just getting started and you want to get to the point where, and by the way, disclaimer, what does being jacked even mean? Because there are a lot of haters that say, oh, you're not jacked. Okay, if you saw me in the gym in person, you probably would say otherwise. I get bodybuilders that tell me this, right? So I say this because being jacked just means that you are getting closer and closer to the greatest version of yourself, like that you can genetically get to. Like you're inching closer to that. I personally don't feel like I'm even there yet. I feel like I got a long ways to go, but I still feel like by average human standards, I'm pretty jacked. You know, like I like that word now. But going back to the point, you need a mindset shift if you want to really get there, and you need to start seeing like fitness, going to the gym, and eating clean as like a game. Like you're seeing it more as a chore. You're not necessarily looking at it as something that will actually be fun or like a progressive thing. You're seeing it more as like, hey, I'm doing this routine. It's every day. It's the same exact thing. Be willing to switch it up. I don't just do bodybuilder style workouts. You don't need to be doing that if you want to get quote unquote jacked. They're like, you don't need to do bodybuilder style workouts. You don't need to take steroids. You don't need to do any of that. You can do kettlebells, start to learn how to use kettlebells, functional movements. Like you can get into powerlifting. You can get into CrossFit if that's really what you want to do. I used to be against CrossFit, but I actually kind of like enjoy the thought process of it now because it does help you with metabolic conditioning, which is very important to just like being healthy as a person, right? If you just bodybuild all day, it's very easy to lose your cardiovascular strength. I wouldn't recommend that. But like you need to be trying different things. Like I call these side quests, right? You have to be able to do side quests when it comes to fitness. Like go and run a marathon one day if that's something you really want to do. I don't want to do that. I will never do that. That's just not me. But if you want to just switch it up, like I have clients that I have that they're like, hey, I just want to run a marathon. Let me train for that. And we'll incorporate some strength training with that. But you don't need to be sticking to one modality, right? Switch it up. I call these side quests because whatever path you're taking, you can go try something else that'll level you up to get closer to where you want to be. Like think about it as a game. Think about all of the different aspects, your strength, your aesthetics. Think about all those as markers that you just want to fill up, markers that you just want to like get to 99, level 99 on everything, right? Flexibility, you want to get to 99. Cardiovascular strength, you want to get to 99, right? And just train those things and just track your progress if you really want to. If you're a numbers person, track everything. Track how long it took you to run a mile, right? Or track how long it took you to finish the workout for that day. How much rest did you have on average, right? Track your recovery. Look at your sleep. Like make this a game. Make this almost like you're building a character. That's the mindset shift that you need to have when you really want that longevity, when you really want to make it last, when you don't want to just keep dropping off. Because the people who drop off the most are the people who see fitness as a chore. They see it as, man, and they're very short-term thinkers. So they constantly think about, oh, all right, I'll give myself 90 days to make this massive transformation. It's like, to be honest, you've spent the last 10 years doing the complete opposite, doing everything you were not supposed to do. So what makes you think, and it's funny because fitness can actually change your life a lot faster, even if you've had a longer history of just unhealthy habits. It's crazy. The fact that if you flip the switch, you can actually see progress ridiculously fast. But the expectation is not, I need to be jacked in 90 days or 6 months. Like the expectation is this is a long journey. I've had a long journey before that has been rough, unhealthy. I need to switch it up. Now you're on the long road developing your character. building your character, building these different things, going on these different side quests, learning about different, like start to study a little bit more about nutrition and health, and like just start to look at different trends. Like, okay, why are people vegans? Why is veganism so horrible for you? I'm very biased. I think veganism is the worst thing for a man ever. I will say this for the rest of my life, and I will never take that back. But anyway, I do believe that you need to start looking at fitness as just a game, like that you just play and that you just get better and better and better. And the levels keep increasing. You keep increasing the difficulties. You keep increasing the weight. You increase the level of functionality that you need to have. And you just start like hammering different aspects. Nutrition wise, you switch it up sometimes, right? You're able to go and enjoy some food. And like, you have to be able to make this, again, I always say this, make fitness a lifestyle, but really make it a game. Because we men are very competitive, and that's why we like video games. So if you like video games, you might as well look at the gym as a video game. You might as well look at you being jacked as the final boss, the final character, right? Or the final level of character that you want to be, right? Like, that's how I look at fitness. I've always intuitively looked at it like that, which is why I've never been bored. Well, I'll take that back. I've been bored, but I've been able to switch it up pretty fast. Because it's very simple. If you just have variety, look at different training modalities, don't just stick to one. This is why bodybuilders, when they finish bodybuilding for that season, they fall off. They get fat, they look gross. It's because they got bored. They were doing the same thing for literally 6 to 8 months for prep, right? So it's like, I don't like holding myself to one specific training modality. It's boring to me. If I went and I had the same split every single time, I would literally hate fitness. If I had to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day, I would hate fitness, right? But the fact of the matter is I've integrated it into my life, and I've been able to turn it into a game to where I'm competing against myself, and I'm just making myself better every single day, right? And I see the progress over time, right? I've learned, like I look the same to myself for months now, but I know I've grown, right? Because of my performance in the gym, because of my weight, or because of whatever that looks like, I can feel it. So it's very important for you to really just start tapping into the gamification of life, but specifically fitness, because that's what's going to help you get to your goal without falling off. Most people, the reason why they don't get jacked is because they don't go the full race. They literally never go the full race. They just stay, they may go the 60 days or the 90 days and they just drop off because they can't take the fact that it feels like a job. And if anything feels like a job, you're going to hate it. And you may still be able to do it. You may be mentally resilient, but I want to make this as seamless for you as possible. Give you the experience that I have, where when I go there, it's just fun. Like, yeah, sometimes I'm in the warlike state, right? It's the same in a video game. You may be at war, right? You're fighting against yourself. You're fighting against yourself to lift this specific weight. These are things that you can do when you're in the gym, just having these mental scenarios. I love doing that. Oh, another thing, simulating life challenges in the gym. That's another mindset or a mind hack that you can use. So for example, if you're super stressed out, you can go and let's say you're doing a bench press. I just use bench press just as an example. You can act like you're pushing the stress off of you. I've had a client do that, and he literally was like, I can't believe that actually removed the stress that I had. Like, I felt like I just pushed it all away. You can visualize these different things and incorporate them into your exercises so that you feel like you're in a real life simulation. This is the power of fitness. This is the power of the journey of getting jacked, is you can literally gamify everything and make it the best experience possible while also reaping the benefits of the health side of things. So try that out. Try to change your mindset around it being a job to it being just a game that you're playing, that you're evolving in, that you're getting better in, and your character's leveling up. And watch, you'll be able to do this for the rest of your life. That might be like the one secret that I just wasn't aware of until recently that I'm telling you guys right now. Like, it works. And most guys that are doing this for a long time, they feel the same way. It's a game to them. They want to challenge themselves. They want to try different things. You'll never see them doing the same type of training all the time. They'll always try something new. It's different side quests, right? So if you found this video valuable, comment, like, subscribe. Again, join the newsletter below in the description, free newsletter. We talk about everything when it comes to getting jacked, physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, financially jacked. We want all of those. All 5 pillars need to be cleared, and we talk about all 5 of those in the newsletter. So appreciate you again for tapping in. I'm excited for another video, But keep tuning in. We'll be back.